Hey guys. The star. Hank. Can you see back here? Look how foggy. Thought I'd take you on a walk. I haven't done this in a little while. So we're going to go on a little walk for a few minutes and just see Hank run. It's going to kind of be a dog vlog. He has to get in the picture. He's always finding something, but look, this is how foggy it is here at Deep South. Yes, we're still pretty green, and you can hear the chickens and maybe the turkeys and the goats and the pigs, everything in the background this morning. We're just going to go see what's going on today in this foggy world. You can see, I'm going to turn you around some so you can see this. See how the fog is hanging down over the pig pen? Look, I'm getting somebody that he wants all the attention. You see that? I'm going to just put the camera on Hank and we're going to go for a walk. Hey, he's stealing the show anyway. Every morning, this is one of his activities, is to play soccer. Okay, go get it. You can't hardly see it, but on that back hill, we still have sugar cane. We're cutting today, making syrup tomorrow, and then our last cutting will be next week. We have Sheila and Steve coming in if nothing happens, and they want to be a part of the last syrup making of the season. And guess what? Somebody just wants to show out. This is his thing, to run with his toys. Asparagus is looking great in this foggy morning with the dewdrops. So the pears are still blooming. We still have a few left on the tree, but it is fixing to freeze, so this is not going to amount to anything in November, of course. This big fig tree still has a few figs, and it's not going to have time to get ripe before the freeze hits this next week. Okay, since we planted a couple of days ago and the rain, look at the ants. They have just built up like crazy. But in the tripod, the plants are still going. All right, Grandpa's fig still has figs on it, guys. But again, freezing weather, these will not make it. And you can't pick these off and let them turn inside because they get about 3 times bigger than that. Okay, here's our blackberries, turmeric, ginger. I cleaned a lot of the weeds out. There's still some, but I want you to know these blackberries on the other end, Danny found little berries on them. So we're going to walk down there. But isn't this nice once you get it cleaned out and mulched a little bit? The turmeric and ginger's trying to come out, but the freeze will kill that back. I've got it buried deep enough, and we're going to cover more mulch. It'll make it through the winter here. All right, you see? Blackberries in November. Isn't that awesome? All right, the onions in these pots are starting to do great. They will do really good during this weather. Our ancient watermelon that was sent to us, it never even done anything. It was just a small plant all summer. Danny moved it to the frugal bed. And look, it's blooming. And even though the weather's starting to get it, it went all over this from down here all the way to down there and has bloomed like crazy. We just don't have watermelons. We have small ones. If you'll look right there, we have some small ones, probably about an inch long. I don't think those will make it because of the freeze. This is the Deep South pineapple. It has grown really well. We're going to protect it by putting it in the greenhouse. Keep it labeled where we know which one it is, but all my pineapples have done really well. They just haven't produced except for this one, and we will cut it at the last minute before a freeze. We're letting it grow as long as possible and hope that it has some good sweet flavor even though it is small. The lemongrass is looking awesome, but it's going to have to be cut back. Okay, Danny's going to be picking all these peppers, as you can see, before a freeze. And look at this, the cotton. Look at the blooms. I've got several in here. And one is turned pink already. And one is fully opened, as well as the cotton bowls. And I picked, I think, all the cotton that was ready yesterday. Okay, our greens are looking awesome. When our company gets here this week, we're going to be eating some greens and cornbread and probably some bacon and whatever we can find to go with it. It's going to be a truly southern meal. And Jen and Mike, after a few days, guess what? They're still living. Everything that the nut house planted so far, still, it's not electrified right this minute. And we put it up to keep him and anything else out of this garden for the time being. Some of the seeds Danny planted are coming up right here. I think this, I don't remember what he planted there, but it's coming up. We've got a half a row of it. The garlic that he planted is doing awesome. All the garlic all the way down is up. And the few peppers that we've got left here, he's going to get the peppers off, and we're doing away with the plants. The elephant garlic is starting to pop through too. This is its permanent home where we keep it beside this old log. We have this part of the corral where Danny's at that we've got it fixed where we can put a cover and protect these peppers if we need to. And they are still blooming. Good sized peppers all over the place. And Jen, the lettuce is still alive and well. The pineapple sage is looking great, but this coal's gonna get it. The rosemary will continue. We don't have too much problems with it. The strawberry, the popolo, stevia, all that will go away till next year. And we've got to move the plumera plant back in the back and the other house plant. Got a lot of things to move. I'm not digging much up out of here, a piece of stevia. And that's it. We've added comfrey to this bed, hoping that it will grow through the winter. So guys, that's a little tour around Deep South on this foggy morning. Last look at my herb garden. A bucket full of peppers of all kinds. We've got banana, purple bell, green bell, jalapeno, marconi. I mean, it's a pretty awesome haul. And we have peppers to go through the winter in the greenhouse and in the corral. So guys, I hope you enjoyed Hank and I running around a little bit this morning on Deep South Homestead, and it's going to get cold. Start preparing. Thank you guys.